So hello and welcome to another lecture in Mastering AI Image Generation, ComfyUI Image Generation course by techlatest.net. So far we had covered a lot of things like course overview, objectives about ComfyUI, stable diffusion, then setup installation of ComfyUI on various cloud platforms including AWS, GCP, Azure. Then we had covered some techniques like user interface of ComfyUI, then how to set up and download models in ComfyUI. Then we had covered nodes and workflows in ComfyUI. Now in this lecture, we'll delve into the text to image generation using ComfyUI, basically a node-based interface designed for stable diffusion. This powerful tool allows user to create stunning visuals from simple text prompts, making it essential resource for artists, designers, and content creators. So by the end of this lecture, you will understand how to effectively navigate and utilize ComfyUI for generating images based on textual description. Okay, so I already I already tell you a lot about ComfyUI. So once again, I will say that ComfyUI is a node-based interface. It is an open source project, okay, under some license. So if you are open source contributors, so you can go for open source contributions also. So it is a node-based and graphical interface that simplifies the process of working with generative AI models like Stable Diffusion. Okay, so let's move to our main thing, basically the image generation. Okay, so like you were talking about image generation. So first thing is initial setup. So when you first launch the ComfyUI, basically this is a ComfyUI user interface. I scroll it, basically maximize it. Okay, so like when you launch ComfyUI, you will see a default text to image workflow. It is not visible. Simply click on the load default. Basically, if you check this load, if you click on load default workflow, okay, so again I'm click on, and here you can see the some message, so you click on OK. If you click on load default in the right panel to reset your view, the basic structure includes such as load checkpoint. So basically this is the load checkpoint. Load the models you want to use. Okay, so load the models. Here you can see the load the models option. So right now I'm using stable cascade model. Okay, only stable cascade model. This is the only model which I have in my load checkpoint. So you can download other models from our previous lecture. Basically you have to watch our previous lecture. Basically how to set up and how to setting up models in ComfyUI from Hugging Face or various other resources. Okay, so you can set up other models as well. Then load the models you want to use. Then clip text encoder. So basically here you can see the clip text encoder converts your text prompts into embeddings that the model can understand. Then here you can see the K sampler. So the core node where the image generation magic happens. Okay, so this is one of the most important node where all the things are happen. Then entering prompts. To generate an image, you need to provide both a positive prompt and a negative prompt. Okay, so this is one of the most important prompt thing. Then locate the two clips text in quotes and enter your main description in the top node positive prompt. Use the bottom node to specify what you want, what you do not want in the image, basically negative prompt. For instance, if you want to generate a beautiful sunset over a mountain, type this in the positive prompt, and in the negative prompt you might enter no people to exclude any human figure from your image. So you can basically set up here all the things. Then configuring parameters. Next, configuring various parameters within the K sampler node. So this is the K sampler node. Steps. This indicates how many iterations the model will take to define the images. More steps generally lead to higher detail but also require more processing time. Then CFG scale. Okay, so here you can see the CFG scale also. This is the CFG scale. So this controls how closely the output should adhere to your prompts. A higher value means a stronger adherence to the prompts. Okay, so next is seed. So seed, using a specific seed allows for reproducibility. If you want to generate the same image again, keep this value consistent. Then next is generating your image once your prompts and parameters are set. Then click on Q prompt. So this is basically the Q prompt. If I click on Q prompt, so here's some error circle. Okay, basically I have to show you here. If you click on Q prompt, so click on Q prompt to starting basically generate image. Then after processing, your generated image will appear in the designated output area. So if you see, this is basically the output area. You can see the same images or download or generating images option, like generating image here. Okay, so after processing your generated image will appear in the designated output area. You can right click on the image to save it locally. Advanced use built-in techniques to fine-tune how much influence certain keywords have on your generated image. You can use weight in your prompts. For example, text beautiful sunset, mountain one to no people. This syntax allows you to emphasize certain aspects while downplaying others. Then batch processing, if you want to generate images and like if you want to generate images variation of image quickly, then adjust the best size parameter. In case sampler, use seed incrementing or decrementing setting to create slight variation between images. This can be particularly useful for exploring different artistic interaction of your initial idea. So in conclusion, by mastering text to image in generation in ComfyUI, you unlock a new realm of creative possibilities. The initiative node based design allows for easy experimentation and adjustment of parameters, enabling users to produce high quality images from simple text description efficiently. So that's all about this lecture. I hope you guys like this lecture. Don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Bye. We'll meet next video.